Welcome, my dear students. I am once again ready with MCQ for the chapter Events, Tries, and O level. I hope you all are ready to answer. So let us try this and check how much you have understood the chapter. Okay? Question number 1. Name the author of the lesson. William Blake, Sir Johnson, H.L. Head, and Norman Colin Dexter. I request you all to be ready with paper and pen so that you can just write down question 1. Correct answer is A or B or C or D. Okay, so please note down your answer somewhere, because at the end of this activity I will tell you the correct answers. Okay. Question number 2. Why did Evans decide to take the O-level exam? Options are A. To keep his hat on his head, to study, to add to his academics, and the last D1 is to plan an escape from the prison. Question number 3. What kind of person was Evans? A. Kleptomaniac, B. Pleasing personality and a tendency to mislead, C. Stealing habit, D. All these. Question number 4. Why was Evans called Evans the Break? A. Because of his pleasing personality, B. Because he keeps hat on his head, C. For escaping from prison thrice, D. All the above, all these. Question number 5. Why did Evans drape a blanket around his shoulder? Option A. To conceal his efforts of changing dress to look like McCleary, B. Because he was feeling cold, C. To hide himself from the police, D. All these. Question number 6. What two purposes did the correction slip serve? A. To give correct name of hotel to Evans and exact date and time of exams to Evans, B. To help Evans escape, C. To inform Evans gang his plan of escape, and D. All these, all the above. Question number 7. How did Evans escape from the jail? A. By jumping the wall, B. By fooling the watchman, C. His friend prison officer released him, D. All above. Question number 8. What is Norman Colin Dexter known for? Options are A. For his writing, B. For his poems, C. For his plays, and D. For his Inspector Morse series of novels. Question number 9. When was for his Inspector Morse series of novels written? A. Between 1975 to 1999, B. Between 1975 to 1998, C. Between 1975 to 1997, and last option is D. Between 1975 to 1994. Question number 10. Who ordered Evans to take off his hat? A. Jackson, B. Stephens, C. The governor, D. None. Question number 11. Why was the governor not ready to take risk? A. To bring a good name. B. To stop Evans from taking exam. C. To avoid any bad name. D. None. Question number 12. Who checked the cell thoroughly? A. The police. B. The governor. C. Jackson and Stephens. D. Stephens. Question number 13. Why did Evans request not to take off his hat? A. He was feeling cold. B. To give a smart look. C. He loved to wear. D. Evans considered it lucky for himself. Question number 14. Why could not Stephens identify Evans' trick? A. Because he was not trained. B. He was a new recruit. C. He was not experienced. And D. None. Question number 15. How could Evans' plan of escape become a success? A. Because of his wits. B. Because he keeps his hat on his head. C. Because he was cunning. D. Because of all. Question number 16. Who was Carter? A. A policeman. B. Watchman. C. Detective superintendent. D. None. Question number 17. Who arrived first on the scene after Stephen found McLeary? A. Jackson. B. Stephens. C. Detective Superintendent Carter. D. None. Question number 18. Whom did Stephen actually catch? A. McLeary. B. Evans. C. A thief. And D. All. Question number 19. Who was McLeary? A. Evans' friend. B. Policeman. C. Inspector. D. The invigilator who had been appointed by the governor to invigilate. Question number 20. How did Evans outwit the governor? Option A. By taking exam. B. By putting his hat. C. By keeping a letter. D. By escaping again. Question number 21. How was the governor able to locate Evans? A. By putting together 6 figures. B. By decoding. C. With the help of Ordnance Survey map of Oxfordshire. And D. All these. Thank you. So let us begin once again. MCQ for Evans, Choice and O level. Question number 22. Where was Evans located? Options are A. In the Middle East. B. In Japan. C. In the middle of Chipping Norton. D. None. Question number 23. From where did they find the name of the hotel where Evans was staying? Option A. From the police. B. From the people. C. Secret agent. D. From the correction slip. Question number 24. What was the name of the hotel where Evans was staying? Palampura. B. The Golden Palms. C. the golden era, D. the golden lion. Question number 25. What aided Evans' arrest? His friends, B. his gang, C. secret agents, D. the clues Evans left. Question number 26. Where were the clues left? A. on the table, B. in the cell, C. on the mobile, D. on the question paper. Question number 27. Why did Evans clip his hair short? A. to aid his escape plan and to pass off as McLeary later. B. he was feeling hot. C. to give modern look. D. to give a young look. Question number 28. What was the purpose of the second call? Question number 28. Options are A. to take away Stephen so that Evans could give final touches to his makeup. B. to give time to Evans to run. C. to befool Stephen and Jack. D. none. Question number 29. From whom did the governor receive the first call? A. Assistant Secretary, B. Joint Secretary, C. Assistant Commissioner, D. all. Question number 30. How did the first call mislead the governor? Options are A. by demanding prison van for a remand case, whereas it was needed for Evans' escape. B. by giving wrong information. C. by calling him to CM office. D. none. Question number 31. What did the governor want Carter to do? Options are A. He wanted him to check Evans. B. He wanted him to go with Evans. C. He wanted him to accompany him. And D. He wanted him to accompany injured McLeary. Question number 32. What was there in the small brown suitcase that McLeary carried? A. sealed question papers. B. yellow invigilation form. C. special authentication card. D. all these. Question number 33. What information did the governor receive from the detective superintendent? A. McLeary had spotted Evans. B. Evans was seen near Elsfield Way. C. chased Evans but lost him. D. all these. Question number 34. What did the governor tell the secretary of the examination board? A. Evans is a pleasing person. B. can imitate stars and was a star of Christmas concert. C. was a kleptomaniac. D. all these. Question number 35. How can we say that Evans could not get through the O-level German examination? A. he is unable to understand even simple expression like Guten Glück. B. he did not study. C. did not attend any class. D. was behind the bars. Question number 36. Why was Evans keeping the hat on his head? A. to cheat. B. to avoid cold. C. to give a smart look. And D. to avoid being detected as he had clipped his hair short to look like McLeary. Question number 37. What precautions did the authorities take to conduct the examination smoothly? A. The governor personally supervised security. B. Evans' cell was checked thoroughly. C. All belongings were taken away from Evans. The invigilator was frisked and a police officer was posted to keep a vigil. D. All these. Question number 38. Why was the invigilator frisked? A. To ensure that he had no objectionable material with him. B. To check his true identity. C. To check if he was a real man. D. None. Question number 39. What made Evans have his last laugh? A. His friend, a prison officer, opened his handcuffs and helped him to escape. B. Evans was locked up. C. Evans was released. D. None. Question number 40, the last question. Evans tries an O level. What should be the governor's plan to bring Evans back to prison from the hotel? Options are: A. He should have sent him by air. B. He should have sent him with more people. C. He himself should have travelled along. And D. None. So I hope you have noted down the correct options for all the 40 questions. You must be ready to know the answers. So now you have to mark yourself. I will tell you the right answers and you'll have to tick mark and check how many out of 40 you have done correctly. So are you ready to know the answers? Okay, so be ready. The answers are before your eyes. Ready, steady, go. So these are the answers: 1D, 2D, 3D, 4C, 5A, 6A, 7C, 8D, 9A, 10A, 11C, 12C, 13D, 14B, 15A, 16C, 17C, 18A, 19D, 20D, 21D, 22C, 23D, 24D, 25D, 26D, 27A, 28A, 29A, 30A, 31D, 32D, 33D, 34D, 35A, 36D, 37D, 38A, 39A and 40C. So check your answer and do inform me.